Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercise my first memorites vlog style. And yes, that is my catchphrase that I'm going to be using in pretty much all my videos. If you don't like it, deal with it. I like catchphrases. Basically tried to pick one that didn't, to model off of the catchphrase that Muse Productions used to use, exercising my freedom of speech whether you like it or not. Why did he stop using that? Why did he stop? Anyway, I mentioned in my previous video, my introduction video, that I was going to be making a series of videos talking about metal elitists and the problems that I have with them. This is just going to be the first of what I expect to be many. It's just going to scratch the surface. The first thing I'm going to do is just come right out and say that I, Shades, am a fan of hair metal, glam metal, whatever you want to call it, nu metal, and metalcore, deathcore, which I use synonymously as core. I'm a fan of those. I like content from all three subgenres of metal. In fact, you saw in my previous video I was wearing a Firehouse shirt. Today I'm wearing a Kiss shirt. Hair metal is probably my favorite thing to listen to. It is a genre I consider myself considerably nerdy about. I can name you a crap ton of bands from that genre and tell you, when they came out, what kinds of songs they do, and shit like that. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy with that genre, but that doesn't mean that, that it's all I listen to. Like I said, I'm also a fan of nu metal core. Basically, what I'm going to do right now is basically explain what exactly I like about those subgenres to basically just, open things up. So what do I like about hair metal? I like the feel, the tone, and mainly the guitar solos. Those guitar solos are pretty freaking insane. And sometimes the vocal ability too, but it really just depends on the vocalist. With nu metal, or as I refer to it as alternative metal, because I think it's more of a fitting term since the genre is basically alternative rock meets heavy metal, and it was just a term created by the media to classify any metal band that was quote-unquote new at the time, and just that dumb way of spelling it, N-U. I just think alternative metal is a bit more mature. What do I like about that? Again, I like the feel, I like the tone, the rhythms I think are cool in a lot of those bands, and sometimes the vocal style is pretty cool, I must say. Like, my favorite band from that genre would definitely have to be Alter Bridge. With core, what I really like about core would definitely have to be the rhythms, the harmonies. That's really about it. I'm not the biggest fan of core. I will give you the Elitists the fact that, that a lot of it to me is pretty generic. Like, if you asked me who my favorite core band was, it would either be Bullet for My Valentine or All That Remains, mainly because they just stand out as far as the music goes. But a band I really don't particularly care for would be a band like Askin Alexandria, for just an example. I just could never get into them, but that's just me. If you like them, that's fine. I'm not saying they suck or anything, I just couldn't really get into them. But anyway, these are the three genres of metal that get a lot of flack from these elitists that I'm making a video about. But basically, I really want to know, what the hell is the problem with these genres? I don't understand. I've been trying to do a considerable amount of research to try to come up with, what exactly the problem is. And I've never been able to find shit. At least shit that isn't, beyond, name calling or throwing around the word poser or fag or whatever the hell. The main thing that drives me up the wall here is, how you guys are just unable to provide factual evidence that supports your claim or go into any depth with your arguments. You're barely making an argument. You're just saying, they suck. they're gay. Fact. And that's it. Like, you're not making a point. I mean, yeah, I said I liked the bands, but I went into depth with why I like them. I mean, with that, it's more of a personal opinion. I'm not saying you have to agree with me. I'm not saying you have to like the bands. If you don't like them, that's fine. But at least go into depth. Like, say more than just a sentence. Why you don't like them, and getting into this next point here, what exactly makes them not metal? I mean, from what I can tell, they have a metal feel, a metal texture, a metal tone quality, and a metal production value. What about that isn't metal? Like, are you able to provide me with any evidence aside from their image or their fan base or record sales? Are you able to talk about music at all? Honestly, this is where I would really come in and just jump to the conclusion that you don't know shit about music if you're just unable to talk about it. You don't speak in musical terms. You don't talk about the music. All you talk about is just this petty bullshit that has nothing the hell to do with music. And this is what pisses me off the most. Really. So yeah, this is basically just, me raising a question. Hopefully I can get, some honest answers that don't involve, name calling or anything like that. I mean, this isn't me, taking personal offense or me not being able to take criticism given to my favorite bands. If you don't like these bands, fine. I'm not forcing you to. But this is hardly criticism that you are giving. This isn't criticism at all. It's just running around on the internet just saying they suck and not going into depth at all. No factual evidence, no logic and reason. You're not being objective, you're not being rational. That's what I want to start seeing from you if you're going to comment on this video or any of the videos that I plan on making. If you're going to, start a conversation with me, then act like a civilized human being. Act like you know shit about music and just be rational, be objective, be fair. That's what I want to start seeing from you guys, the elitists. And from what I've seen on the internet, you're just unable to do that. And that is why people hate you. So that's all I really have to say so far. This is just one of what I expect to be many videos about these people. So leave me comments, tell me what you think of this. I'm definitely expecting to make more videos about metal elitists because I have a lot more that I want to cover. But I'm going to take off for now, so catch you later. I'm Shades, and I'll see you next time.